Testing, 1, 2. Let's see what we got here. A whole bunch of small things. Mm-hmm. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so flipping over to the scanners today. We have Verb up 55%. We have LBPH up 51%. Really up 19%. SoFi up 8%. And we have the market absolutely ripping. So I am so glad that I went ahead and got out of my position on the market. I was looking for it to go down. It made a low here and then came down here to this area again, and I was in looking for this dump and it ripped back up last week, and I was like, okay, that bullish action right there, I need to get out. So I went ahead and got out, took a little loss on it. I was like, okay, whatever. But it came up, faked, came back down, and made another higher low over the weekend during Sunday afternoon, all of that stuff, right? And then all of a sudden this morning, look at this, boom, completely out of there over the 2500s. Now the 2500s was where I was thinking about stopping out the first time I entered, like back on Thursday or Wednesday or whatever day I was trading it. And I was like, yeah, if it gets over 20,500, I gotta be out. But I was out way before that, which I'm grateful for, because this rip right here is a definitely a painful one for anybody that was short the market. Today I haven't seen any news on. Let me jump over here to Yahoo. Says retail sales, big bank, and Netflix earnings. What to know this week? Okay, so we got a couple of things coming out. Nvidia Blackwell chip fuels. Trump media makes wild comeback from crash as election nears. Okay, we know all that already. Let's jump over here. Oh, I was looking at Verb. Verb news on today. Verb chairman and CEO letter to stockholders. Let's look here. Leading live stream social shopping platform and Go Fund Yourself, a TV show and initiative, new platform disrupting the crowdfunding industry. Okay. Market cap, blah, blah, blah. Oh, this is kind of like a, okay. So they're basically saying this is what the price should be. But I mean, it's at $12 right now. I don't know if I trust their valuation. They're like, yeah, the price should be at 22, but it is a low float. So you know people can get crazy on a low float. Plus, Verb, it doesn't really have a high beta score. So I'm not thinking it's going to be following the market like this, but the market is absolutely ripping. I haven't seen any news of why. It's just going up. Um Monday morning metrics. Monday morning metrics. So on Mondays is one of my lowest profit days. If I do get profits on Monday, it's usually like maybe $30, $40, and then I'm getting out because it's at a point where maybe I'm trading for a reversal. Like if the NQ slows down up here a little bit, gives me a pop back, I'll trade SOXS for that little relief pop for maybe $40. But I usually do not make, as much as I do on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right? But yeah, so Monday I'm always kind of careful with it. Um and I try to wait for extensions to finish or complete. And today we know XOXL is going to be up there because the NQ is up there. And so it has this gap down here between 38.91 and 38.40s. And so what I would be looking for is this thing to just keep going up. And I'll be looking to play SOXL for a short-term reversal if that can happen in my trading time period. I'm not looking for the moon because I just statistically I don't make the moon on Mondays. So willing to trade, but not willing to overstay on a Monday. Verb going on up there. Verb shot from on that little weak news, the shareholder message, shooting from $7 all the way up here to $12.90, up 63% right now. It is a low float. And let's go actually look at that float. Lori Lee says because of Bitcoin. Bitcoin. Let's go look at Bitcoin. And well, let's look at Verb first, and then we'll jump over to Bitcoin. Verb, and then go to this float. Float is looking like under a million. Insiders really aren't holding a whole lot. Doesn't look like. I don't know when this was last updated, but institutions holding 1.58%. Where's FinViz? Verb. Then we're gonna jump over to Bitcoin. Old buddy, old pal, Bitcoin. Where is my trader view? Okay. So Verb, institution, yeah, insiders, insider owner. Where's the institutions? Yeah, same as Yahoo. Let's jump over to trading view. See what Bitcoin is looking like. There's Jasmine. That's the one that I think somebody said they were in Jasmine. I think it might have been Mike D. I don't know. But let me see. Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I mean, it's not as bullish as the market. It may become bullish as the market moves up, but the market's definitely looking way, way more bullish than this. It does have this little kind of top that it's up here testing, but I mean, if it's going to follow the market, yeah, it may end up going after today, looking at how the market has ramped up. If it breaks over, what is this little level here? 67, 66,800. And then it's got some highs up here at 72s. I mean, it can look more bullish, I think. But right now the NQ's really got the guts of it, of the move. Where's my this? Look at the NQ. Look how bullish this is. That's crazy. Let's go to the monthly chart. It has a high up here of 20,983 and higher lows multiple times. So higher lows here, higher lows here, higher low here. So at this point, I'm like, look, I don't know about if I'm gonna do SOXS, it's gonna have to be a brief little pullback because the market's just too bullish. Verb continues to rip though. Verb continues to rip here. 1368. from $7 up here to 13.89. So I know that a lot of people are going to be making their money during pre-market. Those pre-market traders that like to jump in on these kind of really didn't do much in aftermarket. It had a pop during intraday, came in, big pop here. If we look back a day or so, we can see that it did a pop like this before up to 15.99 and dropped all the way back down to $8. So I would definitely keep that in mind. 1602 was the top of that, and then dropped down to 10. And it is Monday morning, so Monday morning sometimes gets a little crazy. Yeah. Jasmine is definitely a crazy mover, especially since you've been holding it. Because when you first called it out, it was like I forgot what price it was, but I know it's been on the rise. On the rise. Verb briefly got to 15, a little bit over 15 there. So the quicker it rises, it's up 87%. It's got 5 million shares traded on it. A lot of people going to be watching. It does have really, really weak news. So we'll see. Actually, let me go to the FOMC and see if there's any news posted out here too. So calendar, today is the 14th. 14th here. So it is a holiday Columbus Day, but its markets are still trading. The daily and weekly statistical releases scheduled for today will be released on tomorrow. There's a speech at 3 p.m. by Governor Christopher J. Waller at the conference, a 50-year retrospective on the Shadow Open Market Committee and its role in monetary policy in Stanford, California. So all of the reporting will be done tomorrow. So I guess we'll actually see why the market is on such a tear. Really coming on down. Let me look at some of my dividend trades here. So we got CLM. CLM I've been holding for quite a while. It pays a monthly dividend. I got in on this one around 770. So I got in down here, and it's up to 809 now. But it pays a monthly dividend. I got like 400 shares of it or something like that, and it's just been riding on out. CFR got this one at 770s down here, where my zone was drawn. Start buying around 770, and now it's up to 843. VOD was another one of my dividend plays. I bought this one. It's at 962 right now, but I bought it at 848. So it's a little bit over $1 per share. And then AT&T. AT&T at $21, holding nice and steady. Bought that one at 13 bucks. 14 bucks, somewhere up in there. I just bought all around there. So those dividend plays are doing good in that account. Everything nice and green. Verb. Coming on back down a little bit. LBPH. Really. Yeah. I kind of want to see the market just continue to go so we can have maybe some type of pullback, because this thing is, I mean, we're not going to get any reporting today or anything like that that's going to make sense. Maybe some articles circulated about what could be going on, but as far as like actual news, it's kind of hard. Retail sales, let's jump into this one. You got 100,000 shares of Jasmine, I mean. Yeah, you sitting nice. Stock closed another week at record highs as investors began to digest quarterly earnings releases and debate intensified over what the Federal Reserve will do at its November meeting. For the week, the Nasdaq, S&P 500, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average all rose more than 1%. In the week ahead, a monthly report on retail sales will lead the economic calendar as investors assess whether or not the economy is reaccelerated following a surprisingly strong September jobs report. In corporate news, the results from Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, and Morgan Stanley will round out earnings from big banks, while reports from United Airlines and Netflix will also highlight the week. A building case for no cut November. Okay, let me exit that. Okay, so on Thursday, we know we got the CPI came out underwhelming, but I guess it wasn't underwhelming enough for the market to just go bearish, which is why I had to get on out of there. I was like, yeah, let's see if they can go a little bit bearish, but nah, the market was like, nah, you thought we were going down. Retail reading, all of this stuff. I just drop a link to this in the chat if y'all want to look through this, but I'm just scrolling through. I'll probably come back and read it, maybe not. Yields on the rise. Monday economic data, 1 year inflation expectations, September 3% prior. Okay. All right, let's jump back over to Verb. Is going to be our leading gapper coming into the market, coming into the open. It's probably what most retail traders are going to be focused on. It is above $5. It has a $2.24 ATR, so it does have the range that they like, but that also means that it has the range to dangerously move in a direction that you may not want. And looking at that catalyst, we're gonna see if it forms more wicks of indecision, but right now it's not super wicky, but it's only been really moving for 3 15-minute candles here. So 30, 45 minutes of movement, and it has shown a little bit of wicks to the downside, but nothing that's just super, what's the word? Super bearish yet. LBPH was another one that was up 50%. I think this may have been an acquisition. LBPH. Longboard Pharmaceuticals. Let's look out here. Okay, 2 hours ago, yep, Lundbeck to acquire Longboard Pharmaceuticals in a strategic deal, significantly enhancing its neuroscience pipeline. Okay, so just acquisition. But Verb is the meat of the day for the open for shorts and longs, I guess. We'll see who. It doesn't matter who's gonna win. It matters how much you can, if you're gonna trade it, how much you can actually get out of the move successfully. Because right now it's looking like the pre-market guys have definitely pushed it into some very dangerous levels up here around where it previously dumped from. I don't know if it can get up to 16, especially once people read why it's moving. Don't know. I'm pretty sure maybe some shorts will get on, but it may push up here to 16. I can't absolutely count it out. It's 6 million shares traded on it right now. It is not the top volume on the day. LBPH was the top volume. It's got 7 million, but it's not moving anymore. So I'm thinking Verb is going to overshadow it. And then after Verb, Tesla with 6 million shares traded, moving with the market. And then after Tesla, SoFi. So we'll just have to see on the open which way these things want to go. It's about 10 minutes left to the bell. Oh, Nvidia. What am I talking about? Nvidia and Tesla making their ways up, but they're up only 1%. Not any big gappers, which is surprising with how much the SPY and the markets have moved bullishly. But I want to see those markets just continue to go up and give me a brief pullback, and I'll probably play XOXS for a little bit. Let's look at what XOXS looks like. Just a brief little breath if it continues to go. I want to see this thing continue to dump. It's at a 859 right now. And had previous lows down here, 828, 846 level. But I don't know. The markets are really bullish. I don't want to get into something and just hold it. I want to get in quick, scalp, get out for Monday, because I know Mondays are days where when I take quick profit, I do well. If I try to hold things, I start losing shoes and shoestrings and the shirt off my back and things like that. So I want to stay pretty quick on these days. Yeah, Mike D says SoFi is doing great. Yep. SoFi up 8% today. It's not a really strong beta score. It's 1.84, but it does follow the market. It's more positive than negative. So definitely a little bit of market sentiment behind SoFi as well. Let's see what old Verb wants to do here. Market's coming down right now, so that's not great. I wanted it to keep pushing up. Go ahead and touch 2,600s. So coming on down a little bit. But at this point, I don't know which way it's going to go, and I'm not going to rush anything. So it's had a great move over the weekend, which I hate moves over the weekend because you really can't capitalize on it on these stocks. They just gap. They'll just open up, gap down. And, unless you're just holding it, you really are going to not benefit from that over the weekend move of the futures and the indexes. But hopefully you all had a great weekend. I think most of the news over the weekend was surrounding a lot of the storms here in the States that are still have left devastation all over Florida, and just more storms coming through. But it seems they're kind of just veering away from Mississippi. They're just like either going Florida way, maybe they go up into Louisiana more, so it's kind of just veering. But we catch like the wind and some of the rain for the most part. We catch some of the tornadoes though, but for the most part, we're pretty stable would be the word. I like the water, I like the beach and all of that stuff, but I'd rather just live there temporarily and get on back on land. Because the Gulf does not be playing when those storms come through. It flattens houses, it just picks them up and just throws them. Or if y'all have seen on YouTube, it doesn't just flatten them, the ground under them just disappears and they just roll down the street. Crazy. Mike D says DXYZ is on my watch list. Let's look what that is. DXYZ. And well, let me go and look at before I look at the chart. Let me look here to see what it actually is. DXYZ. Destiny Technology 100. Let's go to your profile. Destiny Tech 100 Inc. Doesn't have a profile yet. What is this thing? Don't see the profile yet. Okay, let's go to news. Maybe. Destiny 100 reports second quarter 2024 results. It's been trading for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months. Looks like. Okay. They don't yet have a profile. Let me go look at NASDAQ then. XYZ. Okay, let's see if this one talks about it any. Fund invest principally. Okay, fund invest principally in the equity and equity-linked securities of what it believes to be rapidly growing venture capital-backed emerging companies, primarily in the United States. The fund may also invest on an opportunistic basis in select U.S. publicly traded equity securities or certain non-U.S. companies that otherwise meet the investment criteria. The fund's investment objective is to maximize the portfolio's total return. Okay. Now, if they don't have anything over here, we probably can't see any holders or anything. Let's see. Holders says Morgan Stanley. Well, top institutional holders: Morgan Stanley, is Wells Fargo, but BlackRock isn't in here, and Vanguard isn't in here. But this was reported on June 30th, so it's gonna. Oh, some of these were reported on September 30th, but I would like to see it updated to a more recent day so we can kind of see who's actually holding value in there. Kind of tell us which way it's gonna decide to go. All right, we got about 3 minutes to the bell. Verb is still on a lower high, but the high is up here at $15. Um, the spy, I really don't know what it wants to do. I'm not sure on that. It's coming down, but it can easily pump, way more. SOXL. Yeah, and it may actually end up just consolidating here with this big move as well. So I don't want to get in something then it just sits sideways. 3 minutes left. Verb with 7 million shares traded, not even 10 million yet. So it is a little bit lighter volume on Monday morning, even though, because if this was like midweek, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Verb was moving like this, it would have way higher volume. But just 7 million on the board. It does have the weak catalyst, so we'll see how the shorts and the longs want to treat it. SPY pulling back up. Pulling back up. We'll see if we can hold the 20,560s. I just wanted to keep going higher during intraday because we know eventually it's going to take a break. But if it's out of my time frame and it's still going higher, I'm just not even going to be like, yeah, Monday trades are off the table. Rather save it for the days that I make the most. All right, about a minute left to party time. Starting off watching Verb, we'll see if anything else comes up other than Verb, but not sure. We'll see though. 10 seconds. All right, there's the open. ATR is out there. ATR high is 1478. ATR low is 1322s. Let's see the action at the ATRs. Which one will it test first? Pulling into indecision. Mike D says BITX looks tasty on support. Let's look over there. Verb going up to almost got ATR high. Let's go to BITX here. BITX. What? This looks like the exact same chart. Oh, it's not. It's not coming up yet. There it is. There it is. Wait a minute. You said on support? This thing support. This thing looks like it's at resistance. Let's look at the larger time frame. Maybe it is at support. BITX over here, we're seeing on the monthly chart. Maximize. Yeah, yep. Okay, let's back up a little bit. So it's been trading for a little over a year. Came up to 59, dropped down to 29. I guess it just needs to break. Does it pay any kind of, is this a dividend one or what is this thing? Let me see. BITX. It is a monthly dividend. How much does this thing pay on dividends? Let's go look. BITX. That is interesting. Bitcoin ETF, strategy ETF. Oh yeah. Okay, let's take a look at this dividend history. On a monthly dividend too. It doesn't have a long dividend history. Is this a yield max dividend? I don't know if y'all checked out yield max, but yield max pays out some crazy. I am actually looking for looking for some of these yield max ETFs to come on down. And here are their ETFs. Come on now. Come on, load in. All right, so this is the one I've been watching, the Tesla one. But they also have ETFs for ARRK. And what this is options trading on this specific ticker. So it's not the ticker itself, but it's an option, either a bullish options or bearish options. They have reverse options down the list. But they have them for Tesla, ARKK, and these are the percentage, the distribution rates, and the yields that you. Now they pay some pretty crazy dividends too. Apple, Nvidia, Amazon, Facebook. But the only thing that I don't like about adding them to a longer term account or a longer term portfolio is that they don't have the history. So I'm trying to let them get, 2 years in the books or something like that. They all of them almost have like a year and a half trading. I like for the longer term stuff to have a couple of years of trading before I add them to a portfolio because I don't want to get in and then they're only a year old and then they drop dramatically and I'm like, oh, I could have bought down here instead of being in the red so much. But yeah, they have Amazon, Facebook, Google, Coney, Netflix, Disney, Microsoft, ExxonMobil, JP Morgan, and they add on different tickers almost yearly. And they pay crazy dividends on their options. And then they have Yield Max, which is multiple of these tickers that are in an index. So this would be pretty much one of the safer ways to do it. And just like Yield Magnificent Seven, these both encapsulate multiple. So instead of just investing in one, like just PayPal, you can invest in multiple. Um, that is MSTR, Ultra Option, Income, Bitcoin, Ybit, Crash. That's for Tesla crashing. Gold miners, Snow, Airbnb, Coin, Nvidia, Baba, YQQ. That's going short the Nasdaq, which I know if anybody is short right now, this one got blown out of the water. TSMY, SMCI, SMCY works with SMCI, and then Palantir. But these aren't showing yields yet. I'm sure these are very recent because they're not showing yields yet like these other ones. But let's jump over back over to Verb, which is up. Oh my goodness, it hit 16. Lord, 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 and it halted. Wow. So Verb did pop up there to that 16 level, and it has previously failed from this level, but with the amount of gusto that it has up here, we're just gonna have to see where it wants to go from here. That is a wild rip. An NQ rip too. Yes. That's what I want to see. Okay, okay. Might be able to take a little relief dump on the SOXS, maybe. Getting up here to that 2,600. Okay. Interesting. Let's look at SOXS. Where are you sitting at? Oh, that volume is super low. It did get down to these levels that I was looking at here. Price, level, 18s, but I don't trust it yet because the SPY itself and the market itself has not given a big down trending or down descending signal. So I do not want to play that game this morning. I need to see that it gives a big sell off or big sell signal to confirm on the NQ or QQQs or anything like that. Looking over here, they all look super bullish. This is the ATR all the way down here at 2,400. It just hit this level here. So yeah, way too bullish to be even thinking about short right now. Back over to Verb. Let's see when it's going to actually open up on Verb. Halt. Okay, so Verb halted at 9:34:59. So 5 minutes, 9:39:59. So in 2 minutes, it will be opening up. Looking at anything else, let's see. Tesla isn't really doing much. It's not really following the market like that. The market's going up, Tesla's going down. Nvidia, let's see, you got that same sentiment? Absolutely not. Nvidia, nice little punch through, up 2%, but Tesla, that's very interesting. Tesla not doing. Maybe Tesla got some news going the other way. Let me look at the news real quick. Tesla. Clients higher. I don't know. Tesla has some price cuts going on or something like that. That's okay. Let's jump back over to SOXL. With the amount of bullishness on this thing though, SOXL broke over ATR highs, has a high up here of 40 bucks that it already hit, and it's continuing to push up. So really in some bullish range, and I hope that it breaks over 40. Actually, I hope it gets up to 40.50. Just keep pushing on up, 40.50-ish level. Just keep pushing. Do your thing, my boy. 20,600s trying their best to hold. I hope it holds and goes higher though. Because if it doesn't, it's gonna be a no trade day for me. Um, Looking at Verb about to open up. Verb about to open up out of this halt at the 39, or let me look back at the halt. 39.59 will be the open. Coming up here in about 50 seconds on Verb. See if it actually holds up this ATR high, which was at 14.92. It doesn't have the catalyst to gap, but it could. We'll see. 39.59. You said Destiny just doubled. Mike D says Destiny just doubled. Wow. Go look over there in just a minute. All right, so Verb is about to get this open. in 9 seconds. If this is a 5-minute halt, there is the open. Couple little snatches down there. Wow, that's some range there. 15, it popped very temporarily down to 14, so that's $2. Let's see where it wants to go. Okay, okay. Is it going to repeat history? Last time it did this exact same thing from up here. Oh, it halted down. Halted down. All right, so Verb looking very, very like a Monday morning trap. SoFi still grinding upward, up 6%. Actually, no, it came down a little bit, but overall bullish. The SPY and overall markets, let's look at those. Got up there. I just want this thing to hold 20K 600 for a little bit. Let people get in there, man. You can get up there, man. Don't crash out. You can get up there. You got this. Only 10 bucks. 10 bucks to get up there. Let's look at XOXL. XOXL just playing around here. All right. All right, so if it starts cracking back under that 39.62, we'll see if the SPY wants to come down, but at this point, it's just a little bit too bullish. And I don't know how far it can go. Plus, it doesn't really have news on it like that. All right, there we go. 90s, 92s. Go ahead and break. Break up, big boy. Find your new range. All right. Anyway, we pretty much know what's going on. Verb is a big trap. I see XPON popping up here. XPON has 13 million shares traded. It is a low float with an ATR of $2.07. It is $4. Whoa, $2.07, and it's this cheap. And it went up to 273. That's crazy. But this is a low floater. Let me look at the news real quick, and then I'm probably gonna go ahead and get to my morning meeting. Oh no, reopen that. XPON up 76%. So XPON, but it does look a little choppy. XPON 360 Inc. Okay, so XPON on October 7th announces a 1-for-100 reverse stock split. That's what it is. Scout Camper selects XPON 360 as provider of advanced lithium battery solutions. Okay, so they do have a little bit of heat with the lithium batteries. So could be something to watch on on a continuation for the week. It is up 74% though. They did. When is this reverse stock split supposed to go into effect? It's a question. Was it today? Battery. Okay, reverse stock splits will become effective on October 8th. Okay, so it already did the reverse stock split. And not today. All right. Well, XPON, another one popping up on the scans. Here are the scans right now. So for large caps, I have only SoFi up here. No small caps are just ripping that were not moving in pre-market. Expun, we got verb, and all of these. And I'm just watching to see the SPY continue to rip, rip, rip. Anyway, I'll be looking for trades in a little bit, but I got to get to this morning meeting, get some things handled for Monday morning, and we'll see how things want to go. One more look over here at the NQ. It just opened up the new 15-minute candle and looking very bullish. Oh, come on, man. Chill out, chill out. Looking very bullish there up here to the 20,600s. All right, y'all. Appreciate it. Futures trader. Hopefully we Mike D says triple. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna look back at some of those that you called out. I think I looked at HMRFF before. That was my first time seeing DXYZ and BITX. But yeah, definitely gonna continue trying to take profit out of the market for the month. We're mid-month, so we got about 2 weeks left to make the most of the month. And next month is going to be crazy, coming into elections, coming into the new what they're going to do about the interest rates. All of that is going to be crazy. So just in preparation, getting a cushion to go into next month and not get sprayed. Anyway, appreciate you guys once again for tuning in. I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And yeah, that'll be it for today. About to get out of here. And as always, as the market continues to hoisting up, looking very, oh my goodness, this thing's so bullish. Anyway, I'm about to get out of here. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.